34-year-old Frank Smith is tonight clinging to life at the Carlton Memorial Hospital after he was shot in the neck on Thursday evening on Farbers Road Extension. Smith is reportedly one of two persons who accosted Dennis Hislop Jr. just outside of his house. Kyron Samuels was with Hislop at the time. The two assailants approached on bicycles before Smith pulled out a firearm and took aim at the duo that was sitting on a step. Hislop and Samuels ran to the rear of the building with a gun-toting Smith in their pursuit.
They were approached by a young man and an elder male person armed with a handgun, came by whilst my son, our neighbor, my brother-in-law, and my nephew was standing at the step, and the young man came, pointed his finger at our neighbor and said, "It's him, uncle." That's the word he used. That's the one, uncle. And the uncle went towards our garbage bin. Apparently he had a gun in his bag on the bicycle handle, and that's when he take out the gun out of the bag and came pointing it to my son and the young man and the other two person. My son ran behind the house and hide from him, and when he see that the gunman was coming after him and said, "Don't run from me, Biggs, don't run," my son acted immediately and jumped him, and whilst he jumped him, they were struggling for the gun that the gunman had.
Hearing the struggle and screams for help outside, 53-year-old Dennis Hislop Sr. responded with his licensed 9mm pistol in hand. The older Hislop fired a single shot which caught Smith to the right side of the neck and cheek. Smith then ran away, but not before firing several shots in the Hislop's direction.
My husband, he then grabbed his licensed gun, went through the back door where they were, whilst my son was coming out with the gunman still wrestling. When my son saw his father, he let go of the gunman, and that's when my husband fired a shot at him, and the gunman ran away. And while running away, he had his gun too, and was firing shots too.
The incident is believed to have stemmed from a horse owned by the Hislop, but which has been stolen several times in the past week and a half. On Thursday, another attempt was made to steal the horse, but the culprit left behind a bicycle which was retrieved by the Farbers Road family. Smith is said to be the uncle of the person who left the bicycle behind.
Around 5:15, there was about 5 young men passing by, one of them on a little white horse, and the other 4 or 3 of them was on bicycles to the back. And I guess that's what really transpired and caused the whole issue, because one of the young men had run away from his bike. They ran and he left his bike. And my son, they take the bike and they had the bike. They came by last Thursday and they stole the horse. And I called the police, and the police, they came and assist us. Tuesday evening, the young man, they passed again on 2 horses and some on bicycles, and they saw where the horse was. It was over by my neighbor's yard, and we were sitting here watching the horse, and these young men, they're so brave, they came back and they stole the horse.
While the Hislops have since taken possession of the horse, they are now living in fear because the police substation several houses down has been inoperable for months, and there are threats that this is not the end of the issue.
We're not this kind of people who wanted people to come here with guns and things like that, because we're not known to these kind of issues, And I don't like the fact that this is happening because of over one little horse. I really, really would want an appeal to the police. Please open back our substation here, because there's no police there, none whatever. Or do some patrols.
Dwayne Moody for News 5.